Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one, and this is a figure hack to make yourself a shiny VAC-METAL silver, beautiful 3PO. Well, specifically, this could be a U-3PO from New Hope, it could be an E-3PO from Bespin. K-3PO was a kind of a whitish kind of droid, I think anyway, that was seen in Bespin, frosty, but you could also maybe make yourself a custom TC-14 with this, but the bottom line is, this pen, I was totally unaware of its existence until I saw No Skill Customs, a brilliant channel, by the way. Check them out. If you look into it, this pen has been around for a while, because if you look on YouTube further, you'll see people like Toy Polloy have talked about this a long time ago. But anyway, so this was my first exposure to it. So my approach to doing this was, I wasn't going to just start with this new pen. I wanted to start with a Sharpie. I've had a silver Sharpie for many years now, and I bought it for the gold. It came in a set of 3, gold, silver, bronze, and I was actually going to maybe colour in my spare 3PO, which is one of these ones that were repacked in the black series. It's the one from the vintage collection with the removable plates. I was actually going to colour this one silver, because if you remember, the one from the vintage collection was not necessarily reflective at all. It wasn't reflective, not like VAC-METAL anyway. It was shiny, kind of, but really it was dull. So I knew that a Sharpie would be sufficient enough to make it the matching equivalent in silver, which is just a kind of a dull silver finish. It does have a little bit of shine to it. So that's how I started. I thought to myself, right, start with the Sharpie, get into all the nooks and crannies, because this chrome pen, I'd never used it before, and I didn't want to balls it up by just sort of starting off with that and then finding it really difficult to get into all the tiny little nooks and crannies on 3PO there. So that's what I did, and I basically filmed this video a long time ago, and I was going to do sort of like a live tutorial on how to do it, but there was such a large amount of footage, including these time-lapse videos, that I thought, well, I might as well just put it all together and do a voiceover to talk through what I did. So it actually, as you can see, was really good even after the Sharpie finish. So if you're somebody who has a silver Sharpie or a silver pen, you could use that in itself and it would make a decent looking E-3PO or even a U-3PO from New Hope on the Tantive 4. However, watch what happens next. This chrome finish pen was unbelievable. I couldn't get over how good it was. As Sci-Fi, a friend of mine, he's got a great channel as well, check him out. He said that the thing about VAC-METAL is that it's not necessarily the fact that it's not the shininess, it's the reflection. That is what is good about VAC-METAL. And now, if you remember on my recent episode of the Vintage Collection Wishlist, I gave Hasbro, another lifeline, the fact that we still haven't had a 3PO on a New Hope card. So I said, well, how about this? Why don't you nail it in 2 birds with 1 stone and give us the New Hope card, but then bring back VAC-METAL, because apparently VAC-METAL is back for the pram of the child in the Razor Crest. So, that means that VAC-METAL is being used still, and apparently in Transformers as well, you'll find VAC-METAL there, but still, I think that would be an ultimate 3PO in itself. But anyway, that's by the by, but we were talking in that video about how nice VAC-METAL looks, and you can't beat it. Since making that video, I've been on a bit of a VAC-METAL spree. I've bought a couple of TC-14s from the Phantom Menace line. I can't wait to open and review them, so stay tuned, I will be doing that soon. But in the meantime, my mate Daniel Chart got me in touch with No Skill Customs, and this pen, as I say, it's been around for a while, but I tell you what, man, no shadow of a lie, it was brilliant. So anyway, what I did was I started with the Sharpie, and I'm glad I did that, because all I really needed to do after that was brush 3PO with the silver chrome, and it shined up a good one, man. So I haven't really given it an 100% coat. I've literally just given it a little bit of a brush, you know what I mean? And it's set it off, and it's been reflective. I put more on obvious areas like the head and the chest, but I tell you what, man, the results have been absolutely fantastic. I'd be really interested to know what it would be like using 100% the pen, If you watch No Skill Customs video, he says, don't touch it, it will lose its shine if you touch it, which is obvious, obviously if you touch something, it will, especially if it's wet, so be very careful. I coloured mine in with the actual figure on a stand, and I actually was lucky enough I had a silver stand from the Saga Legends line, so I put 3PO on that, so I didn't touch him at all. You got to be patient as well, let the Sharpie ink dry first, then just brush over. Apparently, if you watch Toy Polloy, he says that you can touch it after it's dried completely and it won't lose its shine. So there's contrasting arguments in that. Personally, I don't really touch my figures anyway. I put them in one pose, bang, they go on a shelf, and then that's it. I don't like to touch them because, you know, it's just wear and tear, you know. But I don't know where it stands with that. Maybe you know if it's if the more you touch it, the more it loses its shine. But that I mean, it sort of goes without saying, doesn't it? But still, the bottom line is, in terms of giving it a VAC-METAL coat and looking good and reflective and shiny and looking like a VAC-METAL E-3PO U-3PO and potentially a TC-14, unbelievable. This figure is pretty good. People do say that it is a little bit undersized, but I don't know. I'd like to think that Hasbro did their homework and they scaled 3PO correctly. It's just we are used to seeing bigger 3POs, like this awesome figure from the Revenge of the Sith 2005, which is incredible, and as you can see, it's VAC-METAL. But I don't know. The bottom line is they could take this existing mold, VAC-METALize it up, and make a golden one for 3PO. That would be unbelievable. But still, in the meantime, you have that option now of making yourself a silver VAC-METAL. And do you know what? I'm gonna take this pen. I'm gonna do more with it. I'm gonna now turn my attention to definitely Captain Phasma. I'm thinking of giving some light silver touches to some of my Kylo Ren figures. Most definitely, that would really work on him because it is a chrome finish on his helmet anyway. Maybe Jango Fett, you know, I was thinking maybe I could give him a little, but then again, it's risky, you know. I don't want to wreck stuff. But to be honest, it's so easy to use. You can get them in different thicknesses. I feel like I'm working for the company and I'm selling them now to you. I'm just letting you know what I know and you look into it. But I got mine on eBay. But there's the brand. That's what you need to do it. And I hope you have enjoyed that figure hack. Let me know if you've used the pen yourself and what you think about it. But I thought the results were pretty darn good. So there you are. Maybe Hasbro, you've got the power to, what do you do now? What's that thing called? Carbonizing. That gives it kind of a shiny quality. Hasbro, you know, if VAC-metalization is an issue, why don't you just get some ink like this, God damn it, and then you'll be able to give us some shiny, reflective 3POs in the future. Thank you very much for listening. I have been Only One Kenobi. Do subscribe if you are new around here and check out the playlist for more figure hacks and other videos to come. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.